Hello ladies and gentlemen, and this might look a little weird. It's my hand, it's existing. I'm going to go through some of my game collections. My battery is actually really low and I don't know how much time it has left. So, let's do this. So all my games used to be in alphabetical order. These kind of are. Not all of them will be, but we'll try the best that we can. Also, I don't know how good the onboard microphone on this thing is, but we'll find out. So first and foremost, Assassin's Creed, Assassin's Creed 2, Brotherhood, Focus, or not, whatever. Revelations, Focus, or not, whatever. And last but certainly not least, the last Assassin's Creed I bought on the Xbox 360, Assassin's Creed 3, which I don't know if it's patching or something, and I don't know why this isn't focusing. Focus. Good. Okay. But yeah, the Assassin's Creed series, probably one of my favorite series on the Xbox 360. At the start on the Xbox 360, it's gotten out of control. I would say that if you talk to a lot of fans, they're going to say that one of these two is their favorite. For me, I'm more of a Brotherhood type of guy. I just think they added a lot that made it a lot better. They added some story mechanics that made it a bit better. But 2 is right up there. Black Flag we'll get to later. Pretty good. I actually like Assassin's Creed 3, but my least favorite is Revelations. They set up something at the end. I have a Let's Play of it. You can go to my channel, search Assassin's Creed Revelations, or go to playlist and you'll find it. And I explain why I hate it so much. But at the end of this game, they set up something that they're never really going to use. So that's the annoying part of that. So let me get all of these out of the way. Set them over there. And here we have another series that was pretty prominent, pretty good series. Here I have the very rare to see gray box Platinum Hits Xbox 360 games. Just because I don't know, it's just so difficult to see these because I guess so many people buy them new and then the used game market takes away from this because of GameStop. But this is the Game of the Year edition of Batman Arkham Asylum. Really good game. Then we have Batman Arkham City, what a lot of people, myself included, consider to be the best of the Arkham series so far. So far being the key word. And probably, definitely, the worst in the series, Batman Arkham Origins. Now, I have all these games on PC as well, and I have Arkham City on PS3 because of the PlayStation Plus free games. Arkham Asylum, really good, really atmospheric, very good Metroidvania style design for the levels. Very good combat engine in all of these. Once again, my favorite is definitely Arkham City. It didn't really add too much, but it just fleshed out all the elements enough, and it added a new environment that was a lot more interesting. Well, not more interesting, but a lot that was very interesting to explore. Not as interesting as Arkham Asylum, but yeah, I liked it. I liked it a lot. There are people that will disagree with me. You can disagree all you want. I will still say you are wrong, my friend. It's taken me a while to get those off screen. Then we have one of my highest viewed videos is why Bayonetta shouldn't be on the Wii U. I still get comments on that every single day. But here you have it, Bayonetta on the Xbox 360. Once again, my camera went out of focus for some reason. But this is definitely one of the best beat-em-ups of all time. It doesn't really add anything new to the genre. It just does everything so well that it's ridiculous. Made by good old Platinum Games, published by Sega, so you really can't put gameplay of this up without getting copyright claim. But really, really good game. I would highly recommend you go buy this. Or if you have a Wii U, it's coming bundled in with Bayonetta 2, so you can actually play it on the Wii U if you want. And here we have something that a lot of people, that I will say is definitely worth having. This is Bioshock and Bioshock 2 Ultimate Rapture Edition. This is a version that's basically like greatest hits release by 2K to help sell more copies of this game. Well, these games, but included in here, I think I actually have some, you get some pins or something with it as well. But it's just Bioshock, Bioshock 2. I'm just going to say this, I really prefer mechanically Bioshock 2, but the best game in the Bioshock series is, of course, the original Bioshock. But in the Shock series, because Bioshock is a spiritual successor to System Shock, I would say that the best Shock game is System Shock 2. But this is really good, really worth it if you haven't played Bioshock and Bioshock 2. It comes with all the DLC and everything like that, so you can try it out if you want. I got this for 20 bucks. And then we have really the last Call of Duty I bought and I played inside and out, Call of Duty Modern Warfare. After this, it just didn't really, it wasn't very inspiring, it wasn't very good. There's just so much that could have been done better in the Call of Duty series. Modern Warfare 2 wasn't into it, Modern Warfare 3 wasn't into it. Black Ops I played, not the biggest fan of it. Black Ops 2, of course, I played it and I recorded it with one of my friends, Storm Beeful, and you can search that on my channel if you want. But yeah, I had a lot of fun with Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare, and hopefully Sledgehammer can do something with the Call of Duty series that's interesting and add something new to it. And here we have a game that a lot of people hold in really high regard, Crackdown. Now this game isn't bad, okay, don't get me wrong. It's just not the greatest and it's not the best that there is. There's a lot of better games out there, and I'm not the biggest fan of it. I am excited for the new one that's coming out for the Xbox One, but not the biggest fan of the original one, and the second one, from what I hear, is worse, so I haven't even picked that up yet for fear of just being disappointed right out. And here we have something that a lot of people, well, this one actually has stickers still attached to it, but The Darkness. And of course I have the far superior Darkness 2. These are really good games. They're kind of underrated, like B-side type of games. I would really highly recommend The Darkness 2. There's a storyline. It covers you up pretty well in The Darkness 2 with some introing and stuff. But yeah, definitely try The Darkness 2. The Darkness, the original, isn't very good. So I would actually say you can skip that one. Then we have a series that a lot of people really, really like on the Xbox 360. Darksiders, without the foil cover. And Darksiders 2, once again without the foil cover. I've played part of Darksiders. I haven't finished it. I'm really, really liking it. I'm really hyped to play Darksiders 2 after I finish Darksiders. But my Xbox 360 has kind of been dying on me lately, so I can't actually finish either of these games. And hopefully, I will be able to get that situation sorted out and finish Darksiders and then move on to Darksiders 2. Because from what I hear, these are, well, from what I've played, they're very Zelda-like type of games with a better combat engine, very similar to God of War. So definitely really, really good. And then we have something very special, Deus Ex Human Revolution. Amazing. The original Deus Ex is probably my favorite game of all time. This is a worthy successor. It's not better, but it's a worthy successor. A prequel, does some really nice stuff. Really good combat, really good stealth, really good everything. Graphics aren't the best, but they don't need to be. Voice acting is pretty good. It's all around a great game, and I'm just going to say this. If you haven't, get the director's cut. It is totally worth it. 100% endorsed by me. Alright, and here we have the original Dead Space, once again in one of the really odd to see now Platinum Games cases that are just this weird gray, but I haven't finished this game, but it was actually free for a little while on Origin, and that's what I'm playing through. I don't know what it is, but I can't force myself to get through any of the Dead Space games. I've tried Dead Space 2, I've tried Dead Space 3. I just can't force myself to get through any of them. But I really do want to play them because I know how good people say they are. Then we have what I consider to be the best DMC game. A lot of people will disagree with me. And that is the DMC Reboot made by Ninja. Some people really hate this because of that one little joke that's put in there. It's literally just a joke. They're trying to set up a story. They tried to explain how his hair became so white. They tried to do a lot of stuff. A lot of people don't like it. I think it is straight up a better game because there aren't as many puzzles, and I fucking hate puzzles and beat 'em ups. That's part of the reason Bayonetta is so freaking good. There are no fucking bullshit puzzles. With the other DMC games, it's here's 10 minutes of action, then 70 minutes of fucking puzzles. That is DMC before this reboot. The combo system was messed up, but that's something that can be fixed over time. And I think the backlash from this was just too much. I don't think we're ever going to see another DMC if this continues to be the treatment that other developers are going to get for DMC. Especially because the last DMC made by the original dev team didn't do too well. And then here we have, once again, game series I've gotten into but I haven't finished. Dragon Age Origins. I want to finish both of these before Inquisition comes out, but I don't think that's going to happen. And Dragon Age 2, this is the BioWare Signature Edition of Dragon Age 2. I really want to finish both of these, and I know the reputation that the second one has is not being very good, but I do want to finish both of these before Inquisition comes out. And then here we have Grand Theft Auto 4, back when GameStop still put the fucking used stickers there. Great game. I don't care what people say. And then here we have the episodes from Liberty City on the disc. Ballad of Gay Tony is kind of where GTA 4 kind of got a lot of features that people wanted added onto it. Excuse me. But GTA 4 is definitely a good game. Kind of bubbles on great. At times, there are times where it really feels like a great game, but most of the time it just feels good. The driving mechanics were something that were weird and wonky whenever it first was released. And that's kind of never really been fixed because it can't be fixed. But in the follow-up to GTA 4, the very good GTA 5, once again my camera, it's wanting to focus on this face right here, but it's like freaking out. I don't know what you're doing. But yeah, GTA 5, really good game, really amazing. If you haven't played this, go out and play it. It is totally worth all the hype. Actually, you know what? Wait for the Xbox One and PS4 version to come out. And I'm going to get it on the PC, of course, as well as the Xbox One and PS4, just because collecting. But yeah, this is really good. Set that over there. And then we have the only Rock Band or Guitar Hero game that I still have. Rock Band Green Day Plus. I don't know why it has a plus on it. Add some additional content like codes that let you get a few extra songs, and a code that lets you play the entirety of Green Day Rock Band on Rock Band 2 and the original Rock Band, as well as I think Rock Band 3, but I don't know. But for anybody who doesn't know, Green Day is my favorite band. I don't care. I'm going to get hate for that. I fucking love Green Day. I don't care what anyone says. Yeah. This is a nice little rhythm game to play. Really love Green Day. That's part of the reason I still have it. Just because Green Day, really. And let me... here, we'll just do it this way. Halo CE Anniversary. Awesome. Halo 3. Awesome. Halo 3 ODST. Awesome, once again. Let's go here. Halo Reach. Once again, awesome. I love Halo. on Halo 4. I'm waiting to see what 343 Industries does with Halo. It's kind of interesting to see it moved on to a new developer, but Bungie is now working on Destiny, and they said that they tried some stuff that's going to be in Destiny with ODST. I actually really like ODST. Some people call it ODLC, whatever. They're morons. And I'm excited to see what 343 Industries does with the Halo franchise moving forward. Some people aren't. I'm one of the people that is. And here we have, whoops, almost dropped it and moved my camera too much. Lollipop Chainsaw with, focus my camera again. There we go. Lollipop Chainsaw with Juliet Starling on the front with Nick, her boyfriend. And yeah, it's a pretty fucking good game. Jessica Negri did cosplay for this before the game was released, kind of as promotional type of stuff. It's a good game. So yeah. And then we will continue on to Lost Odyssey, which you can still see the GameStop sticker on it. How much did I pay? $15 bucks for this. Haven't beat this. For anybody wondering, this game actually, pop that open. This game comes on 4 discs, 4 DVDs. There's disc 4. But yeah, this game comes on 4 DVDs, so it's actually a pretty big game. I'll eventually get around to finishing it, but this is one of those exclusives that not everyone talks about, and everyone just says that the Xbox 360 doesn't have any exclusives. It does have a few exclusives that are worth it, and I do think that Lost Odyssey is one of those that is worth it, from what I've played of it. Might have a disappointing ending, but from what I've played, it will be totally worth it in the end, especially for 15 bucks. And here we have Mass Effect 3. I sold off Mass Effect and Mass Effect 2 a long time ago. I have all 3 of the games on PC and on PS3, so I'll just get them back on the 360 at some point. And yeah, Mass Effect 3, bad ending, but the 20 hours that I put into it were totally worth it. And yes, 20 hours I can do all the side quests in Mass Effect 2 and all the main mission quests. Get everyone through the last mission in 20 hours. It's not actually that long. Some people say it takes 80 hours to finish a Mass Effect game. About 20 is how long it'll take. Unless you're running into walls for 10 hours at a time. And then we have the fantastic Mirror's Edge, which is finally getting a sequel. I never beat this game. From what I've played, it's actually pretty fun. Some of the puzzles are a bit obtuse at times, but, you know, I'll take it. Pretty good. Not all the time do you get to see a petite Asian woman without huge breasts being the main character. And yeah, Faith is pretty fucking awesome. So that's that. Before I continue on, I'm actually going to have to go get something, so I will be right back. Now, moving on to something that's kind of sweet and sour. What's another example of plays on words that I can use? But Resident Evil 5, once again in the weird gray case. Platinum Hits version. And Resi 6. Neither one of these is very good. Yeah, let's move on from that. Let's move on to something that's actually good. Probably my favorite game on the Xbox 360 or PlayStation 3, Red Dead Redemption. This is a sequel to a game that was released by Angel Studios, which is now Rockstar San Diego, the company that made this game. This is a sequel to Red Dead Revolver. Red Dead Revolver was kind of underbaked. It was co-published by Rockstar and Capcom backed out, kind of. So Rockstar bought Angel Studios and the Red Dead license, and over the years made Red Dead Redemption, which is an amazing, amazing open-world GTA-style game. Really, 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 really amazing. Cannot stress that enough. If you have the time, pick up Red Dead Redemption. It is worth every penny, and there is actually some DLC that is pretty good. Not amazing, but pretty good. Nice zombie DLC that you can play in October if you want, or you could buy it together. Depends on what you want. So yeah, really good. Really, really, really good. Something that's kind of hit or miss. Here we have Rage, the first game since Doom 3 that was made by id, published by good old Bethesda. Yeah, I like this game. A lot of people don't. I really didn't have much hype behind this because I didn't realize how long it was in development. But I can understand why some people were disappointed by this. I just saw it as kind of like a stupid semi-open world action-adventure first-person shooter type of deal. Multiplayer for this game is probably dead. So, yeah. I like this game. A lot of people didn't. That's the bottom line. Because, Stone Cold said so. No, WWE game is not next, but I wish it was. Prince of Persia, the reboot that Nolan North voiced the Prince. This was at that time where Ubisoft was doing a lot of Assassin's Creed, and it probably just made sense to go with Prince of Persia, since the original Assassin's Creed was supposed to be a Prince of Persia game, but eventually it deviated too far from the Prince of Persia formula and became Assassin's Creed. But this is Prince of Persia, the reboot. It's kind of Shadow of the Colossus-esque type of thing. I really haven't run into any enemies, but I haven't finished this game. This is another one of those games I need to finish whenever I have time to. But so far it's been pretty good and had some funny jokes. And here we have Mortal Kombat, don't know how to spell, complete edition. Really, really good. Nice fighting game. Didn't finish the story, but I have played this with people before, and it is Mortal Kombat. For anybody wondering, I use the blue chick, Katana. Is that her name? That's my main, Katana. And then my second is Jade. So, you want to play me? I use the two chicks with huge breasts. And then we have, well, this is kind of anticlimactic. This is Saints Row without the actual paper because I bought this used from GameStop and they didn't have the actual original paper for it. So it had one of those covers in it. I took it out because I just don't want to see it. The original Saints Row, really, really good. Not nearly as good as the next game that I'm about to show you, Saints Row 2. I used to have this without the platinum hits, but this is one of the weird platinum hits that's in the green matte finish that's not glossy case. The matte finish is actually cheaper. I think that's why they did it. But yeah, pretty good game. I would argue better than Grand Theft Auto 4. This is my favorite Saints Row game by far. Now let's move on to a crappy Saints Row game. Saints Row the Third. Holy shit, this has the script if a fucking 13-year-old wrote it. Volition, their home state Illini developers, and Champaign. What the fuck were you thinking? Thankfully, they fixed all that bullshit, kept the funny humor and dick jokes to a minimum, and brought back some clever writing that's very, very clever in the terrific Saints Row 4. If you have not played a Saints Row game, I would say play Saints Row 4. If you really want to experience true Saints Row that's goofy and serious at the same time, Saints Row 2 is where you want to go. But, yeah. Saints Row, pretty good game series. And the first game will probably always be an Xbox 360 exclusive. It didn't actually sell too well, but it's actually pretty good. Then we have the 2014 edition of Rocksmith. Sorry, I can't tell you how well this teaches you guitar. I can tell you I used it for bass, just to kind of, practice bass sometimes. I really don't practice guitar with this. I just practice my scales and stuff on guitar typically. Sometimes I do play a song, but not very often. But this is actually really good. It has trouble, I don't know, it's probably not my guitar because I have a Fender Standard Jazz, but it has problems detecting any other tuning besides E. And that's something that I noticed. So if you're playing out of E for some of the songs, it's just not going to pick up some of the notes. They're too low, I think. So that's something Ubisoft definitely needs to fix. Once again, I can't speak on how well it teaches you guitar, but it helped me learn a few songs that I didn't know before. There's some great songs in here. Definitely check it out if you want to learn to play guitar. Buy yourself a cheap Squier or a cheap Ibanez or something like that, and just pick it up and try it. And maybe you'll love it, maybe you won't. Maybe you will learn that you hate guitar. Maybe you'll learn that this may not be the best way for you to learn guitar. There's a number of things, but can't tell you how well it teaches you guitar because I already knew guitar. Once again, my Xbox 360 is breaking. This is a game I got through the tutorial section and it froze on. But this is a game I hear a lot of good things about, made by Pandemic, rest in peace. The Saboteur, I really, really want to play this game. It's black and white until you liberate an area, then it turns colorful. That's a cool concept. Hopefully I'll be able to play this game and finish it. Microsoft, I've gone through 2 Xbox 360s. I better not have to go through a third one. I'm going to be pissed if I do. And then we have here we have Spec Ops The Line with the FUBAR pack, I suppose. All of these are the premium edition, I think. But really good game, really gripping story. I cannot stress this enough. I'm not going to spoil this, but play this game. Play it. That's nice and blurry, but yeah, play it. Totally worth it. My battery died in the middle of that. My bad. Bottom line, buy Spec Ops The Line. Bottom line. Okay, I'm done with that. And here we have Tom Clancy's Splinter Cell Conviction. A lot of Splinter Cell fans say that this was a step backwards for the series, a bad decision. I think that this was a good decision because it kind of opened up the stealth game. It kind of brought in the idea of there's more than one way to play a stealth game. You don't have to sit in a spot for 10 minutes and memorize guard patterns and stuff like that. I think that that's something that this brought to the table and brought that idea up. And other stealth games use that idea. But it wasn't until Splinter Cell Blacklist that we saw how Sam Fisher and Splinter Cell evolved with that curve change. And yeah, it's a pretty good game. Both of these are good games. I would really recommend you try them out. A lot of people that don't like stealth games will prefer Conviction, but if you really like stealth games, Blacklist is a really good option. Set it to the highest difficulty, and you will have a good time, I guarantee it. Moving on, we have Star Wars The Force Unleashed 2. I did have the first Star Wars The Force Unleashed on Xbox 360. I sold it, and I actually got Star Wars The Force Unleashed 2 1 year, well, not 1 year ago, but 1 year on Christmas, and I beat it the day that I got it. Very, very short game, kind of killed the Star Wars Force Unleashed series after 2 games. The first one was pretty good, this one wasn't that good. So yeah, that's where that's at. Before I forget, here is Shadows of the Damned. I just bought this game recently, and once again my Xbox 360 is dying, so I can't beat it. It keeps freezing at a certain point, so I really want to finish that game because I'm enjoying it. That's a Grasshopper Manufacture game, Suda 51, kind of like Lollipop Chainsaw. And then we have one of my favorite RPGs of all time, The Witcher 2 Assassins of Kings. This is the enhanced edition that was released for the Xbox 360. I do have this game on PC. I will say that the PC version is the superior version, but this is a good version of the game if you have an Xbox 360 and you don't have a PC powerful enough to run this. It comes with the game on 2 discs, a soundtrack CD, and a little quest booklet. Really good game. I highly recommend you check this out. Great dialogue, great story, based off a great series of books that I like. All around just a great game. And now we get over to something a bit bigger. Let me actually get some of this stuff up on the table before I continue onward with it. these are the 3 collector's editions that I have for the Xbox 360. Let me throw this one up first. This is the first one that I'm going to put up. This is the first collector's edition I got for the Xbox 360. Took me a long time, but this is, if you can't see, the Assassin's Creed Brotherhood collector's edition. It's got Ezio on the top. It comes with a little statue and a bunch of other stuff. It's not too bad of a collector's edition. It wasn't too expensive. It wasn't too cheap. It was very shortly after Brotherhood came out. Actually, no, it wasn't shortly after. It was actually a little while after. Because I think Revelations was out by the time that I got this. And everything's still in the box. I opened it just to see everything in there. The game is actually still sealed in this box. And, focus. My stupid camera. You are not helping me at all, bro. Oh, you son of a bitch. Oh, come on. This thing. There we go. But, yeah. Really like this game. Really like this collector's edition. Then we move on to something that a lot of people are going to hate me for. This is kind of messed up a little bit. But here we have Madden NFL 2009, the collector's edition. It comes with Madden NFL head coach. And a bonus DVD in Madden NFL 2009. Probably the best Madden released in recent years. And here we have the Killer is Dead collector's edition. Not a bad game, not a great game. From what I hear, once again, because my Xbox 360 is dying, and my camera, once again, having trouble. I can't actually finish this game, even though I really want to. So, yeah, unfortunately, can't do it. But, I really hope that I get my 360 situation figured out, so I can actually finish some of these games. But, on that note, I'm going to end my Xbox 360 collection. Don't know how long this is going to be, but, hopefully, it goes over well. And, now you guys know what's in my 360 collection, and I might do updates to my collection every now and again. But stay tuned for my other consoles and collection stuff.